Hi YouTube, it's Steve here again. I thought I'd give everybody a little update on how I'm doing. So the physiotherapy is coming along nice, the exercises and everything. I'm icing my leg like I'm supposed to, multiple times a day. The leg actually looks really good now compared to what it looked like 2 weeks ago. Oof. Had cannelloni for lunch. It was really good. Thanks, Jody. Anyways, I'm going to show you what my leg looks like now, as opposed to what it looked like the day after my surgery. A lot less swelling now. And a lot less pain, actually. I find that I'm able to put a lot more weight on it than what I was a couple weeks ago. I've been doing laps in the hall of a building. Some of my neighbors, they see me the other day with my walker in the hall, and one guy stopped and chatted me up about it. Told him what was going on. The cringe on his face was like, God, he couldn't even begin to consider what it was like having to go through this. Well, having gone through it now, I know what it's like. And yeah, it's probably one of the most painful things you can go through. At least for a guy. One pain we'll never know. And I'm going to say thank God for that. So, I've actually been able to cut down speaking of the pain, I've actually been able to cut down my pain meds quite a bit. I just took one not too long ago. Actually, not a full one. My regimen's been 1 tablet of Percocet every 4 hours. Up as much as 2 every 4 hours if needed. But the most I've ever had to take is 1.5. And that was, I think, the second day I was home. Now I'm down to half a tablet every 4 hours with an extra strength Tylenol. And that's working pretty good to keep the pain at bay. And even considering the fact that it's only a half a tablet, it's still making me a little fuzzy-headed and everything. That's why I'm sitting in bed here. Yeah, looking like I'm ready for nap time. Now, even though I look pretty tired and worn down, well, I am, to be quite honest. These stupid things, they don't let me sleep. It's almost like being paralyzed, but you can't sleep. But that's why, now that I've cut down on them, the half tab with the Tylenol chaser, I can actually start getting some sleep. It's not so much that it keeps me awake up all night. And I guess that's probably one of the most important things, is knowing when to step down your pain meds. You do have to follow your pain med regimen. When you're in the hospital, you have to follow it when you leave the hospital. So when you leave the hospital after 3 days, you're going to need those things. They're going to be your best goddamn friend. The trick to it is making sure you don't get hooked on them. And yeah, that's the tricky part. I can see when I'm done with these things, I'm probably going to need about a week or 2 to dry out from them. And that's not going to be any fun for me. But I'm trying to step it down so that I wean myself off and I'm not all strung out on the damn things. But, like I said, from what I showed you on my leg, a lot of the swelling's down. Leg's getting stronger every day, so far, knock on wood. Able to do more and more exercises when I do my physio. pain's not quite so bad anymore. It used to be when I'd go to get out of bed in the morning, or just get up out of bed, swinging my leg over the edge. Those first, I'm going to say 4 days that I was home from the hospital, it just felt like lightning running down my leg. It hurt so bad. Any time there was any stress put on that lower leg, like it was whenever it would hang over the edge of the bed, if I didn't have something underneath it supporting it or have my belt around the end of the ankle to hold it up, oh, the pain was hellish. But now, I can almost get my leg, I can almost get in and out of bed without having to support the leg at all. So, I'm hoping by Monday that that's the case, that I can swing my leg out and get it back in without any assistance. I've been hitting the stretches pretty good and hard lately, the last few days. The physiotherapist came in the other day and he really put me through my paces on that. Got me really stretching it out harsh. And you know what? It hurts like hell when I do it, but every time I do it, I'm a little bit better the next time. It's just, I know it's going to take a while. It's small increments. And I know my goal for, they say by the time you have your stitches out is 90 degrees. Well, I may not be there. I might only be at 80 to 85 degrees at most. But it's because it's just taking my swelling a lot longer to go down than I'd like. That's par for the course with me. I've had a few knee surgeries. The first one I had, it took months and months for the swelling to go down. And then I had one a few years ago. It's like the swelling was gone within a few days. And they were both scopes. This is a lot more involved in a scope. But, I gotta say, given the fact it's only been 2 weeks and the swelling's decreased to the level that it has, I'm pretty impressed. And I'll be honest, I can't wait to get these staples out, because if I get those out, then I think that's what's limiting me a lot too, is the fact I've got the staples in there. And I feel them pulling every time I try to stretch out that knee. Yeah, I know, I'm a little incoherent right now, so try to bear with me. Yeah, up until the beginning of the week, I wasn't able to do these last 2 stretches and exercises, which is sit on a chair with, one of them is you sit on your chair with your leg at 90, your leg bent at 90 like that, and then you just do the leg extension like that. And then there's another one, it's a stretch where you try to push your leg back past 90 degrees. Well, I think I got pretty close to 90 degrees today when I was doing that stretch. We'll see tomorrow how that plays out. But I also want, by the end of next week, I want to be right off these crutches and only be using a cane. That way I can start getting the strength back in this leg big time. I didn't think it would take that much out of me, strength-wise, in my leg, but it has. I know I got a lot of rebuilding to do, but it's going to get there. I'm pretty confident now that it's going to happen. I know I said I was going to do a couple of videos on some stuff on pain management, and yeah, I'm still going to do those. I know I didn't post a video for the last 2 days, but I just felt that I didn't really want to put anything out, so I wasn't sure where I was. But I'm going to do videos. The first video is going to be on the pain you have, from when you start with the arthritis, and then as it progresses up and up and up. The second video is going to be the pain you're in when you're at that point where you know you need the surgery. And the third one's going to be the pain of, I think I've pretty much covered that, so it won't be a very long video either. But the pain that you're in when you've had the surgery and you're recuperating. And like I said, how it plays on your mind and how other people look at you. So, yeah, that's coming. I've been thinking about it in my head, and I'm going to start writing some stuff down today in preparation for that video. But on the lighter side, I wasn't able to sleep last night. For whatever reason, I couldn't get comfortable. So I took my meds this morning at 4 o'clock, like I'm supposed to. And then by 5:15, I'm starting to doze off. And my boss texts me. At 5:13 a.m. My boss texted me this morning. Honest to God, folks, it felt like it was a drunk call from an ex-girlfriend. So, just a little word of caution. You know somebody who's going through this, don't text or call them at wee hours of the morning, because their sleep's going to be disjointed enough so that if you call them around, it just seems like that point of time where I'm just so tired where I have to sleep. It happens. But when my boss texted me this morning, the phone was on the nightstand beside the bed, and I didn't have the ringer turned off, so it woke me right up. I was just at that, and all of a sudden, what the fuck? So, yeah, don't do that to people. I know, yeah, people do the drunk calling and shit like that, but you got a relative who's gone through, or a friend who's gone through surgery, don't fuck with them in the wee hours of the morning. They need the rest as much as anybody else does, okay? Anyways, folks, hope y'all have a good one. Take care.